Hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It is noon. It's the end, almost the end of the week, and I get to be with you for 20 minutes. I'm so excited. Welcome to what I love to call Potential in Pink. My name is Sally Davis. I am a independent sales director with Mary Kay. And if we have met before, hello, it's good to see you again. And if we haven't, welcome. And I can't wait to meet you for the first time. We have just about 20 minutes together. And in these 20 minutes, I want to share a little bit about my Mary Kay journey, about the Mary Kay opportunity, and about how it is perfect for right now. Right now. Now, I don't know why you're watching this today. I don't know if your consultant asked you for a favor to help her reach her goal. I don't know if your consultant told you that she thought you would be good, and so she invited you doing what she's doing, and so she invited you to watch today. I don't know, maybe you tapped her on the shoulder and said, hey, I want a little bit more information about Mary Kay business, and so you are here because of that. For whatever reason you are with us, welcome. I'm going to start first by sharing a little bit about my Mary Kay journey, and then about the Mary Kay business, and then why I think it's more current than ever right now. I hope you are surprised to find out that I started my Mary Kay business almost 20 years ago. In January, this coming January, it'll be anyway, I don't know. It was a January, and it was about 20 years ago. I was a junior in college. I wore men's jeans, flannel shirts, and if shampoo dripped on my face, it was clean. I was not a makeup guru. I didn't even know how to take care of my skin. In fact, the only reason why I was introduced to Mary Kay was because of my college roommate. She said to me, oh my gosh, I met a Mary Kay lady yesterday while I was waitressing. She's coming over to give me a facial. I said I'd have friends. You can't leave the apartment. So that is how I had my very first Mary Kay facial. And in comes the consultant with her science kit. It was this big gray bag, and it looked like all these science tubes were in there because they weren't retail product. It was like special demo tubes. They weren't even, you couldn't even tell what it would be if you bought it. And I did the Miracle Set. Time Wise Miracle Set had just come out. And so I washed my face with that. And in the course of washing my face, she shared a little bit about Mary Kay, the woman. Did you know Mary Kay was a real woman? She was a real woman, and she started this company 56 years ago, and she started it with $5,000 borrowed from her son. You see, she was going to start this business with her husband. This was her retirement. After she retired from the direct sales industry herself, having been a single mom raising 3 children, she sat down to write her experiences, the pros, the cons, what she would do differently. And she was going to turn that into a book, because her experience was that as she moved around, she wasn't able to take her business with her. And so she would want a company that had no territories. And then she wrote in her book how she would work and she would train other guys, and then they would be promoted to be her boss. And so she would have in her drink company the ability to promote yourself at your own pace. And that she would base her company on God first, family second, career third, and the golden rule, doing others unto as you would have them do unto you. And she wrote all this out, and she realized, I don't have a book, I have a business plan. And right before they were to open the doors, she was running the heart of the business, and her husband was the business guy. Right before they opened their doors, her husband passed away suddenly from a heart attack. And her lawyers and her advisors and her accountants said, Mary Kay, don't do it. You're going to go broke. But her sons believed in her. And her daughter was one of the very first consultants. Her son came to work with her, and her other son said, Mom, I have a family. I can't come to work with you, but here's $5,000. Here's my life savings. And that's how the company began. And as the consultant was telling me this, talking about no territories, talking about promoting yourself, I was intrigued. I was a business major at the time. I was intrigued. And then I said yes. I said yes after sitting in a room of Mary Kay consultants, trying on a lipstick so I could get it for free. Guys, it's this whole story. It's like it's hilarious. But oh my gosh, why did I say yes? Sitting in some stranger's basement with all these women who were consultants, and I'm up there modeling a lipstick and I don't wear lipstick. Why did I say yes? I said yes because of community. I wanted to be celebrated the way the other women in this room were celebrated. I wanted to know that there was a clear path for an advancement, and like all I needed was to know what that path was and I could go do it. That's what attracted me to this business. But 20 years later, is that what has me staying? Sometimes. But really, why I'm so glad I said yes is I would not be here in this place as this woman if it wasn't for Mary Kay. As I graduated from college, I was a consultant and I worked my business on and off and on occasion for 10 years. I've been doing it full time as a career for the last 10. But for the first about 10 years, Mary Kay was my starter kit or was my ATM machine. If I needed extra money, I'd go to my starter kit. I only needed to place one order a year to remain a consultant. And so I could do as little or as much as I wanted. And I did it through college. I traveled abroad and continued my business while I was abroad. I had someone back home take care of my customers for me while I was gone. And then I graduated from college and I moved to Seattle, Washington, and I worked for a nonprofit. And for the first year, as I was a volunteer, I couldn't work my business. And so I set it aside because I only had to place one order a year to remain a consultant. And then I picked it back up when I started working for a nonprofit, making nonprofit pay in Seattle, Washington. I needed extra money at times. And so I would load my starter kit on the back of my Vespa scooter, and with my pink helmet and my pink high heels, I would travel the city doing facials with people. And it was during that time that I graduated into our coveted red jacket for the very first time, that I became a star consultant for the very first time. It was because even though I was working a very busy full-time job, I was working anywhere from 40, 50, 60 hours a week, depending on the time of year, I could still pick up that starter kit whenever I needed extra money. I then moved to the East Coast. Now, there were no territories. There are no territories in Mary Kay. And so I took my business from Indiana to Seattle, Washington, to the East Coast, and continued again to build my business there. And I did it the same way because now I was traveling 3 weeks a month. I could use my starter kit when I needed it, but again, because I only had to order one time a year to remain a consultant, if I wasn't working, that was okay too. Fast forward to the time of my life where everything changed, and I said yes to Mary Kay. Now, I want to tell you, in those first 10 years, even though I wasn't always doing my business, I was connected to my director. I was connected to this community of women, and I learned so much about time management. I learned so much about people management. I learned so much about money management. Can we talk about time management again? Can we talk about how to meal plan and grocery shop? I learned all of those things in Mary Kay. And in your 20s, oh my gosh, that is so formidable. I used what I learned in Mary Kay in my professional development to go from a volunteer at a nonprofit to the corporate sales trainer at that nonprofit within just 4 or 5 years. And again, the skills I learned in Mary Kay made me great as a corporate sales trainer until it was no longer fun. The job I thought I would get promoted to, they brought a man from another department and he became my boss. And now all of a sudden, what I used to love, I didn't love anymore. And it was at this time that I decided it was time for a change. And I started thinking I was living back in Indiana again. And I was looking at other opportunities. What could I do? And that's when my Mary Kay director called me and said, I'm going to pick up my last pink Cadillac. Would you like to come with me? And it was in the back of that pink Cadillac that I thought, they're never going to give me one of these. This is the nonprofit I worked for. Mind you, it was nonprofit pay still. They were really never going to give me one of these. And this dream of doing Mary Kay, and I knew what the career path was. The dream of moving up that career path and being influenced not just to my customers, but being an influence to other women as they grew their business, just like I was doing in my job as a corporate sales trainer. That's what I did. I mentored women on how to run a retail store. And I could do that for Mary Kay and get paid to do it. Why wouldn't I try? And so that changed everything. With in less than a year, I was a sales director with Mary Kay. In 6 months, I had quit my job, and I was full-time in this business. 12 months, I was a sales director. I moved up to the leadership role in this business. I met the love of my life. I moved in with him. I got married to him, and he and I are still married. We'll be celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. We have 3 beautiful children, Finn, who's 5, Emmy's who's 4, and Harper, who is 1. And now I do this full time in this pink room, coaching and mentoring women. And so what does that story, that journey, what does that have to do with you? Well, let's talk about how it speaks to what Mary Kay the Mary Kay business opportunity is. Like I said, God first, family second, career third. I could tell you story after story after story of how I have lived that out and how I've seen others live that out in this Mary Kay business. Number 2 is that we do unto others as we'd have them do unto you. And I think that's such a huge blessing in this business, that we go with a go-give spirit. I love that I am able to work from home right now. Yes, work from home. And because there are no territories, this little ring light and my video here, this gives me an opening to homes, coast to coast. And because there are no territories right now, we are set up in a stage where we get to work across the country through videos, through USPS, mailing packets across the country for friends and family and referrals and women we've met through women to try our skincare and give us their opinion, and not just sit on a YouTube channel and watch, but to do it live face to face with us and us walk them through it. For us to do it live face to face and teach them, how do you actually put that eyeshadow on you? Not like how does the Glamazon on the YouTube channel, but how does it work in real life? That's what we get to do, and there are no territories. We get to earn a 50% discount. And with that earned 50% discount, I get to buy at $1 and sell at $2. And so 50% is my gross profit for my business. And I take a small portion of that 10% to run my business. And then the rest I use as a profit for my family. During a pandemic, my husband works in the RV industry. And so in Indiana, that was shut down for a few weeks. And during those few weeks that he was shut down, he owns a small business, and they were still paying their employees, finding ways to do that, but they had no trucking income coming in. And so during that time, do you know what I got to do? He got to play with the kids, and I got to work my business. And we finished earning a free career car from Mary Kay during the start of the pandemic on March 31st. And so you can earn career cars in Mary Kay. There are no territories. You can earn 50% discount so that you can buy at $1, sell at $2. And that can be used for sales, for a profit, but it can also be used as a discount for your own personal product. Remember, I said there were years that I worked and years I didn't. And the years I didn't, I placed 1 order a year to get enough product for me to use for the next 12 months. That is why I just celebrated my 40th birthday with skin my girlfriends wish they had. In fact, I thanked the woman, my bestie, who I was with that very first Mary Kay appointment. And I texted her, I said, thank you so much for introducing me to Mary Kay those many years ago. I'm celebrating my 40th birthday today, and I just inspected my face for wrinkles, and I'm so happy. And she texts back, she goes, I'm not. Why didn't I start using it with you, right? And so because you can order 1 time a year and be a consultant, oh my gosh, I totally celebrated that no quotas. If I didn't order, I wouldn't be a consultant, but I could always re-sign. I loved that in this business, there's a 90% buyback. On the shelf behind me, I have product that I am able to deliver to my customers at a drop of a hat. And I've loved that through the pandemic because toilet paper is scarce and shipping is slow. And so I've loved being able to have product on hand to deliver to my customers right away. But I also know that there were times in my business where I questioned, is this what I want to continue to do? And what I loved was I never had to question my investment, because I knew if I ever decided I was done with Mary Kay and I wanted out, I could sell back my inventory investment and get 90% of the dollar for everything I'd invested in the last year. That is incredible. They would pay me 90% to every dollar, 90 cents to every dollar that I had invested in inventory over the last 12 months if I decided to quit. What was the risk? So you can work from home. You can work coast to coast. You can have inventory or you can ship from the company. You can earn your discount to earn 50%, which is the highest commission paid in the direct sales industry to date. You get to work with a company that's 56 years established, yet totally on trend for right now. I'm talking on trend cream cheek colors, matte lipsticks. Oh my gosh. Highlighting crayons, perfect for all those Zoom calls, like boom, all of a sudden you look alive. Perfect for all the Zoom calls. On trend products that give you a high-end feel for a competitive price. I love that because Mary Kay offers us samples of so many of our products. All I have to do is pop samples in the mail and have some kind of camera, and I'm able to continue working with my customers. But in Mary Kay, I think the best thing is we say in this business, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. And I'd have to say, if there's anything that I love about my business most right now, other than the flexibility to do this around my kids' schedule, I would say the thing I love most right now is community. I think women are lonelier now than ever before. I think our emotional plates are breaking and cracking under the stress of the mental load of what we carry, of being the career woman, a breadwinner, or a bread tightener, like the person who doles out where that bread goes, having to keep those purse strings tight, maybe, of being the person who's now homeschooling her children, or being the virtual assistant to their teachers. Oh my gosh. So many different hats. Maybe you're working from home for the first time. So many different hats that we're wearing. Learning how to grocery shop virtually. I'll tell you, I'm a pro at that. I've been doing that way before pandemic was cool. So I'm always here for tips. But but so many hats, and that emotional weight and that mental load is so heavy. And I think being part of a community and having a place to connect where for a moment you can release those. For a moment, we can acknowledge that, yes, they exist. Maybe you get a tip that helps you move through one of the struggles, because when you're good at time management, you're good at Mary Kay. When you're good at emotional management, you can be good at Mary Kay. When you're good at spatial management, you can be good at Mary Kay. When you're good at money management, you can be good at Mary Kay. Those are 4 key areas, and we teach on those areas. And because we teach on those areas, it goes beyond just a Mary Kay business. And so, what an incredible personal development opportunity as well. And so, right now, Mary Kay is more current than ever. And I don't know why you would start. I don't know if it would be for the money, for the personal development, for the girlfriend time. Maybe it's for recognition, for celebration. I don't know about you, but my husband is not the most verbal of men, and he's definitely not the most liberal with his words of affirmation. And so I love being part of Mary Kay, where women speak words of affirmation into my life, because that is something that I crave so much. And then it may also be the opportunity to move up the career path at your own pace. I firmly believe that right now women need opportunity more than ever. And I believe Mary Kay is poised and is so well positioned in this time. And they made themselves even more competitive. Our opportunity is even more competitive than ever. Let me share with you the 3 ways that you can start your Mary Kay business. The first way that you can start your Mary Kay business is what we call eStart. And eStart is just $30. You can start your own Mary Kay business for $30. And why would you do this? If you want to start your Mary Kay business and be able to work virtually, this is for you. You get 1 year of your personal website free, and you get a year of our credit card processing server usage free. And so you get ProPay and website free for 1 year with your $30 eStart. And you get all the full benefits of being a consultant. The second way that you could start your business is what I'm calling the eStarter Kit. The eStarter Kit combines that $30 eStart, which is perfect for working virtually, your Mary Kay website, and your ProPay, which I neglected to mention, a $70 value for $30. You can combine that with our starter kit. Our starter kit plus the eStart is $130 to start. And in addition to those eStart tools, you're going to get this beautiful box. And in the box are starter kit supplies. They don't have a more detailed photo here, but you can see in the box, you get a beautiful bag. Let me show you the bag. You get a beautiful bag along with full-size products that you can demo. Now, why would you start with the Starter Kit Plus? The eStarter Kit Plus, you might start with this option if you love Mary Kay, but you don't currently use the TimeWise Miracle Set 3D yourself. Get this kit. Okay, it gives you the eStart plus it gives you a miracle set. If you don't currently have satin hands for yourself, it's going to be in this Starter Kit Plus. If you don't currently have mascara or eye makeup remover or a CC cream for yourself, they're all in this kit. And so the eStarter Kit Plus really is for, I believe, for women who either you feel comfortable pampering women in person, or you're going to work virtually, but you need more product to use for yourself. eStarter Kit Plus is the way to go. And then for either of those options, once you've decided, yes, I am going to be consultant and I'm going to start with either the eStart or the eStarter Kit Plus, then the next option you have, and this is a total game changer, is to add onto there our sample pack for just $45. The new Beauty Consultant Sample Pack, you can only choose when you first start your Mary Kay business. It's just $45 to add on to either your eStart kit. So you could start for $30 with eStart, $75 for eStart plus sample kits, the $130 for the eStarter Kit Plus, or $175 for the Starter Kit Plus the sample pack. Now, what does the sample pack give you? It gives you samples that you are able to use to either drop off or mail out and work virtually with samples and a camera. There's enough for you to pamper 30 women right off the bat. And if you're like, I don't know what to do at those pampering sessions, we've got a solution for that, because I do it all virtually and for all the consultants in our unit and their guests. And so you can join right along in, and that becomes your training while you're earning, and then you learn how to do it and gain your own confidence to do it independently. But you don't sit through training and not make any money. You sit through training, you bring guests to our virtual event because of the samples that you have, and boom, you're earning income. Now, remember I said that we buy for $1 and sell for $2. Let me take you through what it would look like to get that sample pack that can facial 30 women, where you mail out all those first 30 samples. Now, if you're like 30, yes, the average wedding would invite 150 families in the United States. Okay. So I know if the average wedding is 150 families, even those of us who had super teeny tiny weddings, we can come up with an initial list of 30, okay, to invite to sample the product and share their opinion. And they're going to try that miracle set. And when you send it to 30 people, our average per face is $50. And when you send that miracle set to 30 women or drop it off at their doors and they sample it and give you their opinion, our miracle set retails for 110. And then there are other additional steps in there. But let's just say you average per person $50, which is our average. That's $1,500 in sales. Half of that is your profit, $750. Even if you take out some money for expenses, you're still profiting $650, $700 profit. Just from your first 30 faces. And that $50 a face really is a low estimate when we're working with skincare. And then when half of those women, when they started on the starter kit, you have miracle set, you have 15 women who are using the miracle set, this 4-step system. And when they're using the miracle set, they're reordering about $400 a year. And so, or $100 every 3 months. And so just from those 15 women, the first 15 women that you've started your business with, without even a mascara, you're going to average, when you take care of them, $1,500 in sales every 3 months, just from how you start. And so we teach you how to turn that around and do it the second month, turn it around, do it the third month, turn it around, do it the fourth month. And all of a sudden you have 100 customers using the miracle set. When each one of them averages about $400, that's $40,000 in sales a year. Half of that's your profit, $20,000, and then gross profit. Remember, I teach you to pay for your business out of your profits. You're still profiting $1,600 extra a year. Sorry, bad math. $16,000 extra a year. Okay, girlfriends, we can do this. We can do this. All we got to decide is, are we starting with $30, $130, and then my sample pack? That's all you got to decide. And so I'm going to post a survey where you can, if you want more information, there are other stories, other videos you can watch. And then you can share your opinion with us. And then if you have any questions, you post them in there and we will answer. It's a private thing. I only see it along with your recruiter or your consultant, I'm sorry. And then if you were to say yes, so fill that out and we do a drawing every month as a giveaway. And then if you were to say yes, our prize to you, our gift to you right now is this beautiful necklace. This is a custom necklace created for Mary Kay by Mary Kay. It is 3 bees linked together. This is your decision maker gift when you decide, yes, I am going to start my business within 24 hours of watching this. That is your decision maker gift from me to you. So let's do this. Let's start our business. Let's take our 30 sample packs. Let's send them to 30 women. Let's get $50 on average a face. Let's profit $600 to $700 in the next 30 days in our business. How will that affect your family to end December, to get to January 15th with an extra $600 in your bank account? How would that affect your family? What would you do with that money? How would that affect your confidence and how you feel starting 2021? I think there's a lot of us looking for a new opportunity. And maybe, just maybe, Mary Kay is yours. I hope to see you on the flip side as a consultant, or, and if this is just not the opportunity for you right now, as a client at one of our virtual events coming up.